See, things be happening. And this is why it's so cool, because it'd be like a continuation the next day, I guess. You know? Things come out sporadically. Pieces. So yesterday I noticed, for no apparent reason, out of nowhere, my toilet was acting crazy. Like nothing was in it. Nothing. It wasn't like it just. I don't know. Like when I was flushing it, a lot of water was coming, like more than necessary to like flush the toilet, and like it was like backing up. Like all of the water wasn't going down, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell is like in there? You know, you got 3 kids. It could be a toy. It could be anything. You know, too much toilet tissue, whatever. So I was like, okay, keep flushing the toilet throughout the day. Now, mind you, okay, you could just use a plunger, but I knew it wasn't that it needed to be plunged. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's like one day the toilet's fine, and then I noticed as I'm noticing this has happened a couple times, and it just fixed itself. Okay, so we're talking about pipes, clogs, all these things, right? Spiritually speaking, you see, because I be seeing shit like that, and I'd be like, no. So what I got from that energy today, I noticed I woke up, whatever, flushed the toilet, no problem. I'm like, what the hell? Now I know I didn't do nothing. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. And I was like, let me see again. Let me just make sure it's back to normal. No problem. Now the amount of water is less, see, coming out the way it should, going down the way it should, you know, all that stuff. I'm like, this is so fucking strange. And then I did that message with y'all that we just did, right? And then I tap into this energy now. And it's crazy how spirit works. So, one, what could that mean? If you know it's not like a literal plumbing issue, you understand what I'm saying? Of course, you want to check that first. But everything has significance. Water symbolizes emotions, right? So, blocked emotions. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. What is stopping these emotions from free flowing as they should? There's a clog there, right? There's a backup there. And then I start thinking about the stuff that us as divine feminine and chosen ones be talking about and be going through. We be talking about a lot of spiritual warfare and a lot of attacks. And it makes sense, right? So think about the things that people are trying to block up and clog. So I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And spirit starts telling me, okay, so you will see backups or clogs, right, in your physical reality. Because what do they say? Like, let's say it's your toilet. Health is wealth, right? Something as simple as that. Your toilet's backed up, okay? So that means you have a blocked heart chakra, right? Which means health is wealth. Now, because your heart chakra is blocked, right, or clogged, so too are your finances, right? They can't free flow. So, with that energy, now you take it a step further and you can integrate the spell work that people are doing, like the money to block your finances. So, money to block your finances, right? You can energetically know this is happening because you will experience some type of drainage problem, a backup, you see, as far as, you know, people trying to send you health rituals and stuff like that. It will present in a backup, a clog, pipes. Do you understand? So there's something here. Look into the spiritual meaning for like a backed up, whatever may be backed up. It might be a kitchen sink. Okay? I mean, look for the spiritual reason behind these things that are just popping up. And then it's kind of like when you see these things in the spirit, the blockage is removed there because everything starts in the spirit. We're starting to learn as chosen ones, it's not what people are doing to block or stop something. It's how we look at it and how we remove that blockage. So they're going to do what they're going to do. But spirit is going to show us in our physical reality, you know, what they're blocking, why they're blocking it. But something here about this has a lot to do with like repressed emotions, you needing to feel things that you're not able to feel. Some of you guys, it has to do with like past life situations. where maybe something is coming up that you dealt with in a past life and you may have been blocked from it then, but it's coming around this lifetime and you're not blocked from it now, but there's a healing that needs to happen. It's like you need to be intentional with removing blockages. And that's why, I make it very clear to you what people are trying to block, so you can be intentional about what blocks to remove. But only you know what is being blocked in your life, because you will see it in your physical, right? That is the thing with spirituality. It comes to the physical eventually, but we have certain eyes to see what it is that's coming. And if we can see what's coming, we can, eradicate it. So there are some clogs here. And Spirit is going to give you the tools, the insight, and the clarity on how to remove these. A lot of you guys, it's kind of like magical. Well, it is, but you're not doing magic. You're watching the magic be done. That's what's so magical. It's crazy. Like, this is happening because this is being fucked up over here. Okay, so if this is being fucked up over here, let me fix this so that, I see something different. You're always going to be guided. So just pay attention. But that was very important, because health is wealth, right? So that's why I said, like, some of you guys, this can go with anything. I'm just getting like plumbing, but some of you guys, literally, spiritually speaking, you're backed up. Some of you, this is calling for a cleanse, a purging. You want new energy, free flowing energy. You have to get rid of, flush out the old. So this is why it's giving me the symbology of the toilet, right? It's like flushing away. That's what needs to happen. So take this message how it applies. I don't know if anybody was just dealing with something like what I was dealing with, but like for some weird, strange ass reason out the blue, the toilet want to act crazy. Nothing in there, nothing backing it up. Nothing is wrong, but it's just not flushing. When I flush it, it's too much water. So for some of y'all, it's like emotions right now. It's about grounding these, because what happens when something is like a dam? What happens when something is blocked for so long? And then it starts coming up, right? Then you have overly emotional. So some of you guys right now, you might be experiencing the other aspect of this, where you're not blocked from your emotions. You might be feeling a newfound sense of feeling those emotions, and it might be overwhelming. You might be feeling everything all at one time. Then there's some people, right, who are going through this unblocking right now. And what it is going to do is it creates a flow of abundance. So this also speaks to your chakras, right? It speaks to every level of you spiritually. So if something in your physical reality is blocked up or clogged, you go to your chakras. So what does this thing relate to my chakras? So, okay, if my toilet is blocked up, right? What does that relate to? What chakra is blocked? Okay, so if this is what Spirit is having you guys do, because you're going to be guided in the ways in which to tap into yourself to remove the actual blockage. Now, this is kind of what is called being an alchemist as well, because all of the things that Spirit is guiding you to see, you're being guided to see them because there is something that is trying to be afflicted upon you. I said afflicted. I didn't say inflicted. I said someone is trying to afflict you with something spiritually. So spiritually, your antenna is going to go off and your team is going to step in and they're going to clear that spiritual affliction. This is a very spiritual thing we're doing out here. We are going to see with our physical eye what our soul knows is right to see. So nothing that you're seeing that's guiding you to something else is not interwoven and interconnected. You need both of the sides. You need the spiritual side and you need the physical side to connect the two. So right now, that's what's happening. Connect what you're seeing in your physical to a spiritual aspect of yourself. It's going to remove the spiritual blockage, which must be removed first before you want to see anything changed in the physical. God is telling you guys with this energy, what your physical eye is seeing has a spiritual reason. So whatever you guys are seeing right now with this energy of being clogged, blocked, something's not able to pass through as it should, all of these things, it's very, very spiritual in symbology. And you need to be like, oh, what is the spiritual meaning for, this right now? Okay, so what is the spiritual reason for whatever? Like whatever is presenting that your eye is being called to see, you need to find out the spiritual reason. And once you know the spiritual reason, you eradicate something at the root, so it can't grow anymore. You're uprooting what these motherfuckers keep trying to place roots on. Oh, and you can do this real time, no magic necessary. See, it's beautiful. They keep doing what they doing. We're gonna flush that shit down the motherfucking toilet. No blockage necessary. Thank you. Thank you for helping us, again, establish our abundance, right? That health is wealth. And that if something is blocked up, we need to look into that. Nope, there's nothing wrong with the pipes. As within, so without. Yeah, get these answers. Remove these obstacles and blockages so y'all can start seeing free-flowing energy. So y'all can start feeling, once again, the energy moving through you as it should. Harmony, balance, equilibrium. You got to do the inner work. Yeah, don't let these motherfuckers think they causing all of these disturbances in your reality. They ain't doing shit. They're just alerting to you. Oh, okay, I got to go within. I got to fix this shit. This ain't a worldly thing. I can't fix this by approaching the motherfucker. You're doing this, and I know you're trying to block this by doing this ritual and this spell. Nah, you have that knowledge. That's what you receive. You don't let a motherfucker know that you got that. See? You just hold on to that. Spirit's going to give you the spiritual significance of what these motherfuckers is trying to do. And know that it's not for you to go out here and tell them. You keep that. You add that as wisdom. And you move with that. And that is how you will alchemize, moving forward, everything the enemy thinks they're doing. Take what they're doing. Take it. Sit with it. God, what is the spiritual reason for these motherfuckers trying to attack this? Yeah, it goes a little something like that. And again, they can't see you where you are. They don't know what you're asking God about. They don't know how what they're doing is going to show up in your life. You do. And that's why God tells you to have the discernment and trust the download. These motherfuckers think they sending death rituals and it's going to take you up out of here. You just getting better every day. See? So they know that. They know those don't work for that. Not on us, because we're chosen. Yeah. So there's many things that these individuals try to do, and they think it's going to have a perceived outcome because they intentionalize the thing to happen. But we're seeing it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen the way they want it to. It happens the way God says it will. And so this is, why we don't need to do return to senders. It goes back anyway. We get the knowledge, we get what we need from it, and we move beyond it, ascend above it, lesson learned. This is what we do. We're not fighting with these people. They're going to get what they want to get, and we're going to get what we're going to get. Like I said yesterday in one of my posts, what they intentionalize for you is what they get. They put the thought into that. They put the process into that. The effort, the energy, the attention to detail. They get all that shit. And you get what you put the attention to detail into. The effort, the work, the determination. No more are we going to be fucking flushing somebody else's shit. No more are we removing blockages for the motherfuckers that keep wanting to place them on us. We're going to take what we got. We're going to put them in that 8 of swords. We're going to evaluate the specimen. Okay? And we're going to send that bitch back where it came from. And we're going to keep fucking moving forward with knowledge gained. You can learn even from your opposition. You should be learning from your opposition. If you ain't learned nothing, you should be learning at least how your op is trying to come for you. That's what God is trying to show you. So you can strengthen and fortify those borders. So you can secure them. You see? Some of y'all, you have certain things that people keep attacking. And once and for all, you need to know how to make sure that shit never get blocked up again. No matter how much they send. So this is a message for those of you guys who, see spirit, like who see physical things and know that spirit is wanting you to look deeper at the meaning. You're going to have to do this with everything. Because for you, this really is a spiritual life. People are just, people. It's the spirit they carry, the intention behind them, the heart that they hold, why you're meeting them, what the experience is supposed to teach you, how you're supposed to grow, how you're supposed to evolve. You see, everything that's meant as opposition for a chosen one is really only meant as a learning lesson, an example for their soul's growth. You understand? And that's what you're here to do. Your whole journey, if you are really like this, is to grow, is to learn yourself. And how can you learn yourself if you don't see yourself in the world? How can you learn who you truly are in this world if you don't see how the world is impacting you? You are connected to everything in creation. There shouldn't be there should be no like block ups or build ups or backup. Not for you. So if you're experiencing them chosen ones, it's on you to alchemize the situation and the energy and take from it what's meant for you. Period. So somebody go out here, do your research. Remember the question. You see something that appears, in the physical? That's when you go in and you say, what is the spiritual meaning for me seeing this? Please, right now is not a time, chosen ones, to be looking at things, surface value, face value, what the 3D wants you to believe. If it don't make fucking sense, if it irritates your soul, there's a spiritual reason behind it. There's a lot of things I say, I'm like, oh, well, that's weird. Well, fuck that shit, I don't care. And that's that. But then there's other things that you just know it's so awkwardly, godly, spiritually fucking connected. You have to ask that question. God, what are you trying to have me see? God, what do you want me to know? God, show me clearly what I need to see. These are the questions a lot of you guys are asking now. And now you're moving differently because you're looking at the world differently. The world is not something that you're here to fight. It's something that you're here to flow with and live in harmony and balance with. We understand there's light and dark in everything. So us being light workers doesn't mean we're never going to fucking experience darkness, but it's going to allow us to have the tools, right? To have the alchemical knowledge to be able to transmute what we're seeing and still live in a vibration that is enlightened and open and flowing and free. Yeah, you see, you can't be blocked up. You are a clear channel, an open vessel. Dialogue comes through you. Healing comes through you. Love comes through you. You see? God's going to want you to ask him, God, how do I clear this? Here you go. Have a good one. I'm done. I promise I'm done. I ain't got shit else. Bye. Unless I do, but I don't.